After witnesses saw the altercation taking place.
Let me take a selfie.
It's International Donut Day.
That's what it takes to get these kids back.
Just imagine yourself on the way to the grocery store. You've backed out of the driveway, shifted from reverse into drive, and now you've started rolling forward. But wait, the car stops and disappears. Now you're just standing in the street. You turn and look back at your house, but the name on the mailbox is different. It's not your house. And forget about going to the grocery store, you don't have a credit card, or credit for that matter. Now think of all your personal possessions, your job, pension, savings, gone with the wind. You have nothing. Now what? Hearts are melting across Canada and the world as social media turns its attention to Kingston General Hospital. On Tuesday, a team of superheroes scaled the walls of KGH to clean a few windows, as well as brighten the day of pediatrics patients, many of whom are receiving treatments for cancer. Didn't this used to be rude to talk about, some of these things where it's like, you're not necessarily with family, you're not necessarily with friends. It's kind of like you got to know who you're talking to before you bring it up at work, in the gym, and at the grocery store. Suddenly we're kind of putting each other on the spot.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, growing...
On November 21st, 2010, Roxana Rack's life changed in the blink of an eye. She had been driving on Highway 401 just outside Kingston when she became involved in a serious collision, putting her face to face with what could have been her final moments. Veronica, a Frontenac County paramedic, was first to arrive on scene.
She was in here, like in this lane, and the car was somewhere over here.
Roxana had been thrown from the vehicle. She was unconscious in the roadway, bleeding, and had stopped breathing. But there was hope. Roxana's heart was still beating. Now, here's another question. Is Starbucks getting a disproportionately bad rap compared to the other coffee giants? I mean, surely they wouldn't remove Christmas symbols from their cups, would they?
Mayanna, Ben, JD, I've just given each one of you guys a coffee cup from Starbucks, Tim Hortons, and McDonald's. On the count of 3, can everyone look at each one of those cups and try and find, you have an easy job, but try and find a Christmas symbol of any kind, okay? All right. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Just after 2 o'clock today, this branch of the National Bank on Princess Street, just across the street from the Cat Center, was robbed by a lone male suspect who passed a note to a teller demanding cash. You ready for rule number 2?
Yep.
You have to grow and maintain your mustache for the entire month. You can do handlebars, you can do like a Captain Hook curly Q, but that brings us on to rule number 3. You can't connect it to your sideburns because that would be a beard. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. Then again, I haven't seen all that much rain. Have you? Now, the experts have told us to prepare for a warm, dry, and sunny summer, aka beautiful. But you can get too much of a good thing, and our area is starting to look a little parched. And that's when police found the van sitting right here in the ditch. The headlights were still on, the motor was running, and the wheels were still just spinning in the snow.
Have a nice day.
So to give you an idea how that happened, my deodorant's been out and I needed to go to Shoppers to replace it.
And they were on sale.
So Callie and I took a stroll over to Shoppers Drug Mart here, and there's this little duck just walking around in the parking lot, and we thought it'd be a cute video.
And it was so cute. We were like, we'll post it on Instagram and everything on social media, and then it wasn't so cute anymore.
On Tuesday, at least 30 residents woke up to find their tires had been slashed in a brazen overnight barrage against an otherwise friendly community. The affected areas include Uxbridge, Waterloo, and Warburton, just down this way. The accused, an 18-year-old local man. All right, Jake, you can do it. Katie had a little bit of a harder time. How do you feel?
Pretty comfortable.
Comfortable?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Imagine your retirement, whether it's around the corner or seems far off in the future. The fact is, time flies, and it will be here in no time. So let's imagine you've played your cards right. You've maintained your health, see your kids and grandkids often, saved a little money, maybe built your dream home. These are the golden years, when you and the one you love can finally ride off into the sunset and live happily ever after, right? Well, hold on, not so fast.
One suspect is still at large following a two-man break-in Sunday night. At approximately 8 p.m., Kingston police responded to what they call a commercial break-in at that Canadian Tire store on Gardner's Road. One suspect was apprehended quickly. The K9 unit, however, searched this area behind Walmart, Canadian Tire, and Lowe's for the second suspect, who has not yet been caught.
Attention fellow thrill seekers. Outdoor and extreme sports are obviously pretty awesome. But that being said, they do come with some risk, which is why anyone who's gone skiing, snowboarding, rock climbing, snowmobiling, paintballing, or whatever else has had to sign a waiver. It's a common practice intended to protect the business in the event you or I do something stupid. However, legal experts in Ontario are warning some businesses are making customers sign waivers that protect the business even if they screw up, making it very hard or even impossible to sue. Brenda and her son Owen were pronounced dead at the scene. The other 7-year-old boy in the car survived the crash and was transported to hospital with life-threatening injuries. Constable Sandu with the OPP says the on-site investigation is complete, but more must be done before we can truly understand what happened.
Reconstruction part of it is complete for it now. It's just a matter.
First up, an FYI, the third phase of the Big Dig along Princess Street in downtown Kingston has reopened. Some work is still taking place on the side and there are a few finishing touches left.
And as if having your tires slashed and paint thrown all over your car isn't gross enough, police who were called on scene to investigate the vandalism found a Canadian flag hidden underneath the vehicle. That flag had been set on fire. Eleanor, you obviously wouldn't give this to a kid that you liked, right?
No, definitely not.
What if it was a kid that you didn't like?
I mean, that's fair game then, isn't it? Why not? Some naughty cousins, you know, give it to them.
As for this bench, it's free to be used once again, and just by looking at it, you would never know it was at the center of a neighborhood scare. Also, Bath and Queen Mary are both open and traffic is flowing normally. For Station14.ca, I'm David Zura. It's a lot like a regular squat. Here, I'll show you. But the catch is your feet have to be completely flat on the ground. Okay, looks like I can do it. But what about everyone else? Let's go find out.